office this week. Only working on myself though. Doing some self-care down in my favorite place in Ashland, at Jackson Wellsprings. This was my bed last night. I'm going to do some yoga this morning and talk a little bit why I come here and do stuff. Because I think it's important to maybe show what I do. It isn't just about, I don't know, it's like overwhelming to think about this because I've always wanted to be a teacher. And coaching people to do stuff, it's just second nature to me now. The instinctual part is kind of like gone. 10 years ago when I thought I was going to die, it was kind of like I had to change my life, and now this is the person I am. And I don't know, it's just your path just keeps like showing up when you least expect it, you know. Now it's just, when I found this place a couple years ago, this is my 6th time here, and I don't know, just being around the people and stuff, because people come here for the same reason. That's one of the things I tell people to do is find like if you want to find people who do yoga, hang around with people who do yoga. Like if you hang out with people who are drinking, like you're probably gonna drink. Like that's kind of how it works. But sometimes you just have to break off from society though, and like just be you. And I found that I'm super comfortable, and I truly believe I'm my own best friend. My best friends that I consider in my life are displaced, like they're live in different places for the most part. But you know, talking to somebody or seeing somebody, you're always there. You're always listening to yourself. You're always listening to your conscience. Like, trust yourself. If you can't trust yourself, then you're never going to have good friends anyways. So same thing with love. Once you love yourself, you can love another human being. It's just that simple. But you know, I just want to like get that out of the way. But this morning I want to like kind of do some poses and stuff to show you what I do. I don't do yoga all the time. I'm not a fanatic like I used to be. I used to do it every single day for an hour and then some, because it helped my body function. And now, I mean, I'm probably 70 pounds heavier than I was then when I was doing all those moves. But I'm still capable of like sitting comfortably or doing poses comfortably. I think the big one for me, the nice thing about this tatami I just got, this is a little Japanese futon, is it doubles a yoga mat. I really like that, and eventually it's gonna even triple as a Thai mat, so I can work on people doing Thai moves. I gotta stretch real quick. The hammy's been upset for days. But the big one is what we call, my brain went to sleep. Mountain is like your basic one, but then like morning salutation. So your arms up in the air. This is what I love about this tent though, it's tall. And then kind of come down, reach your toes. I can't go all the way down initially, but you just kind of want to do that. Breathe in. Go down a little further. Don't lock out the knees. Just kind of let them rest, feel the tension. It's one of the things I do in the morning when I meditate. I've already done that today. But lay there, go through Facebook. That's part of my meditation, believe it or not. Then come back up. Big breaths, reach for the sky. and let it all out again. Each time it gets a little bit easier, you can feel the knees relax even more, hamstrings will relax in. Try and reach my toes. Part of the reason I do these stretches when I'm here is because they have an Olympic sized pool. It's full of mineral water, and if I'm stretched out before I go, I get a really good swim in. Something I hope I can do until I die, because I'm a water baby. So the one thing for me is I kind of start with that. Or at least I kind of do what I want to do. That I have no rhythm per se. I just do as I go along. And like when I first was learning yoga, I'd watched a lot of videos, and I'm sure there's like a system of doing it a certain way for what do you call it? Not Dharma. I don't know. That's the problem with knowing too much. You forget shit too. So you can only absorb so much. So, but cat and cow is probably my next favorite, if you will, which is like, here, take off my glasses. So cat is up. Breathe in, going up, arch your back, and then let it all come out. Arch the other way. Feel the hips like come back as far as you can. Head up as much as you can, and then repeat. Breathe in. And I don't think I've mentioned this on video yet, but I have what's called an inguinal hernia. And what that means is basically your inguinal canal is in here, so you're growing, and the hernia aspect of it is when the tissue tears, then your innards come out, all the fun stuff. In my case, my bladder and lower intestines, and I gotta mess with that. But if I can do this with that injury, and it's been over 5 years now, and I'll talk about it in depth at some other point. I've had that injury actually for more than 5 years, but after it blew up 5 years ago, I was in a lot of pain, but I've adapted to it, which I think is really important for the psyche and for the body. I'm just stretching because my hamstrings hurt. And that's the thing too. You don't have to do a routine. Just do it. Just kind of get your body into a flux of moving around. In school we call it stretching. In other countries they call it yoga. We just didn't call it yoga because really the main incorporation from my mindset is breathing. You're bent over, and then you opening your diaphragm with the breath is what really helps our bodies move chi out of the corners of the places. Just like in my tent here, dirt and crap collects into the corners over time, and that's what happens to our body, you know. And again, like injuries, pains, you just go through it. Take a big breath. Let it out. place in your body where it's tight, like your body will talk to you. Like when I'm breathing in the morning, I already knew that my hamstrings were tight, my neck is tight, and I don't try and plug and play, so to speak. People want to label, oh, I slept funny, or I did something yesterday that caused my body to react. That might be true, but that's not putting you in the present. That's going to your past. And you're trying to figure out what the label is to make you present. Unlabeling it and just being with it is what is going to make you heal. And so that body, your body will actually do what you tell it to do if you stay present with it and going, oh, I shouldn't have slept like that, or I should, you can't fix the past. You have to fix the present, and that's being present. And so you just kind of do those things, just be here. Making this video is actually kind of difficult for me because I can't focus 100%, but I think it's important to show people that regardless if you have a belly, I'm not thin anymore. When I was 170 pounds 6 years ago, like, it was just as difficult then, is what I'm trying to say. Just staying hydrated too. I was a good boy yesterday. I didn't eat a real heavy meal for dinner. I just drank my water, drank my kombucha. And in case you don't know, this is one of my favorites. Soma is my other one. I buy that on tap in Portland. But I come here, when I go into the steam room, you sweat profusely. And it's really important so you don't rob the muscles of its electrolytes. So probiotics help the stomach heal, helps our brain clear out. That's probably why I can't remember anything. I've been doing too much detoxing, so my brain is like used to the toxins telling me what to do. But yeah, what's it? I gotta think of another good one I like to do in the morning. I don't do plank so much. I probably should, but I know I can do plank for over 2 minutes still, because my youngest timed me recently. So plank is just a push-up. If you can't do a push-up, just stay on your knees. But realistically, something like this, get kind of square. Just kind of hold it. I usually kind of push into my heels a little bit, get that stretch in the calves. But just kind of do this, and when you're tired, kind of come down to the knees, and then arc up. Little scorpion action. Squeeze the butt. Boop, boop. Come up to your knees, go into child pose. I think that's it for the video end of it, because I want to do some more of this yoga and I want to focus. But that's it for today. Happy Wednesday. Oh, it's hump day. Yay. I'll come back and say hi later.